Okay, we're live in the Hermits Cave. One more button.
Okay, we're live in the Hermits Cave.
We can do this.
We're about to go live.
We're going to tax the limits of the internet.
Yeah, we're about to go live.
We're live in support of tarot.
And we're hovering over YouTube in case it comes back.
I'm so glad we have so many devices.
I don't. If you're in support of tarot, I took a picture of her while she was setting this up. There's like this command center.
This was totally Peggy's brainchild. Hello.
I have a brain and it's a child.
Hello. So YouTube was letting me leave a couple of comments in my own live chat. And
now we're not going to see the comments the way we would like to.
Okay, so it's loading, but it's not letting me hit the stream button yet. You guys, if you could only see this, literally, it's like tablet,
oh my God, this is crazy. I got
computer. I got Peggy's computer, and then I got my computer. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much to Simon for hosting this.
This is supportive.
1 second.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much, Simon, for hosting. Thank you, everybody, for seeing this through, despite the great YouTube outage of 2019. Which
it's out everywhere.
Hashtag Tarothon broke YouTube.
Sure. Sure, let's take credit for that.
I love it. Let's wait.
YouTube could not handle all the fucking awesome of Tarothon.
Also, I also have a fourth device, so maybe I can actually see comments, because that's really far away. I'm like, I see people saying hello.
Hi everybody, whichever.
So this one's supportive tarot.
That's supportive tarot.
This one's the Hermits Cave.
We're gonna get really confused, so if we end up just talk to each other and leave us alone,
we're a gong show at like the best of times. So this ought to be special. Yeah, so YouTube is pretending like I can get in, but then it's not actually.
It's like psych. No.
So we'll see. But if we can get it in, we'll get in there. But yeah, see this part loads. Also, I have tea, and I've had so much caffeine today.
Only drinking tea, and we're acting like this. It's bad.
I've had 2 cups of coffee and 3 cups of tea.
So yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's not going. YouTube is.
It doesn't say off air though.
Yeah, it does.
Fine.
Peggy thinks she knows things. We need to explain it to her.
I reminded you that we have the bandwidth for multiple devices.
Idea. It was. I can't see any comments. I'm going to open up Facebook on my phone.
They just recently upgraded our service. One of those, hey, we're doing this for free because it costs us more money to keep you on the lower service. So
I'm going to make sure everything is silenced. We are actually going to sort of maybe talk about a topic, but to be honest,
the topic is when do we?
No, it's asking the right questions. Yes. And I didn't prep Peggy at all because we're going to use her brain partly. So we're going to see how this goes. But I've got some notes.
My brain is a party trick. Is that it? She's got notes.
And I see people talking, you guys, but it's so far away.
My
eyeballs are like I think I see a name. Heather.
If we, hello everybody.
Halfway through, yay! Wait, what's halfway through? Oh, Tarothon.
Hello everybody. If somebody has a comment for us that we miss, we are sorry. We're doing the best that we can. And
Peggy, Lisa, Shayla, Bruno.
I'm gonna. Bruno, no.
Good luck.
No.
He just went right at Peggy and barked at her.
No.
He's going to be in so much trouble. Okay, this is going to be a gong show. We know this. We're a gong show at the best of times. Now we have 3.
No. You have
I'm going to try to get to comments. My face is so red.
Sheila. Yeah, you won't look at
Lives.
me. No.
You've been on for 6 minutes. Yeah, good. We're not halfway done.
Sheila.
It's not happening. Okay, I got to get into comments. Don't. It's a precious
I touched the thing. Oh my God. I think the door. Our door does a weird noise sometimes.
We're sorry.
No, it wasn't a door.
Oh my! And now Vaughn's looking for Bruno. Hello, and hello over here. I see Steven and Yvette and Ellie, and I see Sandra and Isis. I've seen a whole bunch of people. Simon. So we may talk about tarot, or we may just babble. But I'm gonna pull up my notes.
We're supposed to talk about tarot.
We're gonna. I was just joking.
You're doing something to me, and this is gonna be weird.
I'm not doing anything
weird.
To you. Okay, so let's talk about. So,
you know what? I have a question for Elle. Because on Facebook it's Ellie, but on YouTube it's Elle. So which one do you actually go by, Ellie or Elle? I'm either getting it right or I'm really stupid, and I don't know which one it is.
People choose. You might want to be careful because sometimes people choose names on purpose that
is
different on YouTube.
If it's I don't care, then it's gonna stay as Elle.
Yeah. Hi, Dani.
Anyway,
I see people watching, and I'm like, yes. I'm pulling up my notes.
Yeah, we did a thing, so we're
gonna be really bad at seeing comments, but I'm gonna try. More chaos.
Oh my God, it is
Welcome
so chaos. We're
world.
talking to 3 devices at the same time.
Except the third device is
device is
listening to
yeah,
us.
for you.
Don't flip the camera. This is what happens when I bring Peggy on lives. Okay.
So if I look at the tablet, I'm looking this way, and people are looking at the side of my head. Nobody is gonna get my best side. I should just turn around and show everybody my butt.
Peggy's gonna stop talking momentarily, and I'll introduce our topic.
We have a topic.
So, asking the right questions. Let's see if I can get myself on track. So, don't even. You're supposed to. No, I'm introducing the topic. She's gonna lick my hand. I just know it. I'm just waiting for it. Okay, so one of the things that comes up a lot is that when we're trying to ask a question of the tarot, either of a reader or we're asking it of ourselves, like we're asking the tarot for ourselves, is that sometimes we're coming at the question from maybe not the most productive angle. And so I kind of wanted to talk about a couple ways that we could come at questions when we're either asking them of somebody else or of ourselves. And then I'm going to also try to get comments up while I talk about this. But so the two main things, that one I can kind of see. So I'm going to try this one.
I can kind of see that. I'm afraid to touch anything as my problem.
Don't touch anything.
I'm not touching anything.
So the two main points, I'm just going to spoil the ending in the beginning so that we can just talk about it. So the two main punchlines of this entire talk are open-ended versus closed-ended questions. So for example, let me pull up my notes. Okay, is X going to happen? That's a closed-ended question. It's a yes or no kind of answer.
It's a yes or no question.
How can I cultivate growth in a particular area is a very open-ended question.
Yes.
Now, when you're working with the Lenormand, for example, which is a very straightforward, direct system, a closed-ended question kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you're working with the tarot, because of the different depth layers that it can get to, it makes way more sense to go into open-ended questions. Are you going to argue? Peggy's going to argue.
No, I'm not going to argue. I'm just going to say that.
There's more to it than that.
No, I'm just going to say that people approach, when people are giving a reading, they approach it with their own.
I'm still going to try.
Their own criteria, regardless of what deck they're using.
True that.
So you saying, oh, when you're using this deck versus this deck, that's how you particularly use those decks. Other people might use them in the exact opposite.
That's very true.
We know that certain
Peggy's
things are
my
more...
disclaimer person.
Yeah, I'm the disclaimer person because she's referring to.
But for the sake of the discussion,
Lisa's going to decide that there's rules.
This is actually my legitimate advice, though.
And this is how you. Yeah, and this is how.
And not just how This is how I recommend other people.
Yeah.
I'm going to be bossy and tell you how you should. No, I'm just kidding. There's multiple ways to do it. You're
always
right.
Bossy. Yeah, there's
I'm not always bossy.
No, I'm just saying, like some people use oracle cards for yes no questions.
I don't know if I can
and other people. It's just everybody has their own way of approaching a particular deck or type of.
So open-ended, closed-ended is one approach to choosing the right question, and we will be going through some examples, and I'll also be using Peggy's brain to come at things from a different angle. But the other kind of punchline to this discussion is empowering versus disempowering. Now, somebody that has made a really great video about this topic is Jeff, Tattooed Spirit, and I'm trying to remember the title of the video. Jeff, if you're in here, pop it up, because I know you'll know which one I'm talking about, where you talked about this empowering versus disempowering question. And this is a huge way that I approach tarot as a reader when I'm working with clients, is if somebody asks me a question, let me give you an example. Disempowering would be, will he come back? Now, we've seen this before. Like, somebody's had a breakup. They want to know, is my partner going to come back? Yeah. That's kind of a disempowering question because you're giving all the power to the other person.
Yeah. Is he coming back? Not like what do
versus
will his coming back be healthy?
Well, actually,
is it a good idea to let him come back?
Don't steal my punchline.
It's my job.
It's not your turn yet, though. You've got to wait. We're gonna. You know what?
We don't take turns.
Yeah, that's true. We don't take turns at all. Okay.
We trample all over each other. It's how we roll.
So will he?
All over each other.
And now we're doing it on multiple platforms at once.
Yeah.
For the entertainment of the interwebs.
For the entertainment of all.
So disempowering is basically, will he come back? But empowering would be, my relationship recently ended abruptly. What do I need to know to learn and grow from this experience? Now that might take you a little too far from the original meaning, but how would you take that question and make it empowering?
Well, it was like I just said before you just decided that I was interrupting and got mean with me. No, I mean, okay.
Did you say it was mean? I was distracted. Did you say it was mean?
No, I would never say such a thing.
An oddity, it's probably a good thing.
The thing is, okay, your relationship ends, and you don't want you don't want the relationship to end. So you say, will he come back? It's like, the answer could be, yeah, he'll come back as long as you put up with his cheating and his lying and his this and his this. It's like, you don't want a yes or no answer.
Yeah, so how would you reword the question? We already know that it's a problem.
I would say, is it healthy for me to let him come back?
Oh, see, that's a good one. That's an empowering question.
What needs to be in place so that him coming back can move?
I'm trying to keep comments up.
If he comes back, what do we need to work on to make sure that we can pick up our relationship in a healthy way so that it's not just going to end again?
Yeah.
Because I love that one. It's like you want the, will he come back? Yes, but yes, he'll come back, but it's going to be the same shit show. You're going to dump him in 3 months, and then he'll come back, and
I
you'll
like
dump
that
him
you called
in
it a
3 more
shit
months.
show, 'cause that's
Yeah.
so true.
So basically,
But
it's
these
like,
relationships, a lot of times,
we want to know. We generally tend to go, am I going to get what I want? And we don't really think about asking,
is that even right for me?
Is getting what I want the right thing for me?
Yeah,
How can I get what I
totally
want
agree.
and remain healthy? So we just want the yes or no, or the tell me I'm pretty and not tell me the work I need to do.
Oh no, you have to scroll here.
We have to
Okay.
scroll.
I'm gonna bring
okay.
this mouse over here. I got this.
Okay, we missed people.
I think I missed some comments. So before,
That's
so I'm
okay.
gonna pause you because I want to make sure we have time to keep things rolling. And
Oh
I've
yeah,
got a
because
whole
we
bunch
do
of
that.
questions.
We
yeah.
have. Oh, we're gonna make this quick today and only chat for 30 minutes. 2 hours later.
We don't make short live chats, but we are
Bad.
going to be on time because there is going to be a great live chat.
Don't be
after
okay.
us.
Once we're at 5 minutes before the end of our hour, start messaging us, guys, and tell us.
Yeah,
Hey,
like poke
hey,
us in
get
the
the fuck
eyeballs
off
with
the internet.
comments.
Somebody else is next.
Okay, moving along.
Okay.
Okay, so what I thought I would do before we jump into some questions where we're going to kind of hash out different ways to approach those questions
Okay.
is get some feedback from you guys in the comments, some questions that you feel like you're either regularly asking the tarot, or if you read for clients or friends, questions you're regularly asked, so we can chat about those if you're comfortable.
Or a question that you ask that tends to, this is what I want to know, but the answer that I get is so unhelpful.
Yeah, like if you're always getting a bad answer back from the tarot, what did Jen say?
Then we're just
Tattooed Spirit here. I haven't been able to comment on supportive tarot. Oh, sorry guys.
yeah,
We're just flying by the
we're
seat of our
muddling
pants at
through
this
to
point.
get some videos going. Don't forget that you can also, on these types of videos, I believe you can also go back and leave comments afterwards.
Yeah.
So anything that you need to say, don't be afraid to say it later.
So
we'll
it's
get back to
scrolling
you.
automatically on the tablet, but not over here on the PCs.
That's why.
Okay, so here's one. Versus yeah, exactly.
Do I
Versus
want
him
him
back? Yeah.
See, that's, and yeah, like.
Okay, and then here, Bohemian Spirit. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad people are finding us over here.
So you had a first one that you wanted to do. I'm not sure that we're going to see a lot of the chat like you planned.
We're seeing enough of it, but I've got
Okay.
a bunch of questions to jump us into, so you just sit tight. Well, you look so cute when you're sitting tight. I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
This is why it turns into a shit show.
Okay, let's talk. Okay, let's assume this. This is the key precept of the entire precept. Is that a word? Okay, of the entire thing is when you're asking a question, assume first that you have the power and ability to affect your life, and word an open-ended question with that in mind. Okay, so that's kind of the rule of the game, for the sake of this discussion.
For the sake of this discussion,
So
sometimes the
you
question
just
is,
gotta roll with it, babe.
okay.
Just roll with it. So
Okay.
here, we're going to throw the first one out, and I would love to hear how you guys would reword this question. I want to hear how you would reword the question. So this is, when will I meet my soulmate / future partner? Now, how would you reword that to be empowering, assume you have the ability to affect change, and also be like really healthy? And I would like to hear from you guys too, and I'll be looking at the comments.
When will I meet is not. That's kind of an odd question because your soulmate might be like your soulmate might be somebody that you've known for years and you just didn't recognize it. So it's, how will I recognize that this is the one?
Okay, that's a good one because it puts the power back in your hands. How am I going to see or recognize?
Yeah, because like I said, this could be somebody that you've known for years and you just never thought about it. So it's like,
thanks, Elle.
you'll get a different response if it's like, oh well, look close to home because this
Wrong
is somebody you
PC.
work with. And I know tarot isn't that specific, but you'll get those types of helpful answers.
True
That one needs to be scrolled down again.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's like, I've got a mouse for that computer and I've got a mouse for the other computer.
Yeah, we're just doing the thing.
So other comments, let's see, what do I need to do to be ready to meet my soulmate? I love that, Corbin. That is so good. So that was Corbin over in the Hermits Cave.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Gives me a hard time to post. Oh, I'm sorry, Heidi.
Yeah, we're not sure what's going on. YouTube's down, so anybody who does do content is probably flooding Facebook today.
Yeah, and it's actually not letting me in, so I keep trying just in case. But
I don't know if anybody remembers, back in the day, if one of these big services went down, everybody would start using the other service and crash it too.
oh God, no, I don't want Facebook to crash.
That's back in the day. So YouTube being a little glitchy right now is kind of to be expected because YouTube's
Elle has
down.
a good one. Is this someone I can grow with? Oh, that is
Yes.
perfect. When we were at, sorry, I'm going to cut you off. I just had an idea.
You go ahead.
When Jennifer and I, Jen's Balanced Tarot, Jennifer's sister Jennifer and I, were at Ethany's book signing here in Vancouver, Ethany got a question from somebody in the room because she was doing some live readings, and somebody said, when will I meet my soulmate? And something she said really just made so much sense. She's like, well, your soulmate may not be the person you're meant to spend the rest of your life with. Sometimes a soulmate is somebody who's going to come in, completely turn your life upside down, and actually be there to teach you a lesson or be there because you've got a connection. That doesn't mean that your soulmate is actually the person you're meant to spend the rest of your life with.
That's true.
Which was a really interesting thing. And so somebody asked, and she's like, well, do you want to meet the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with or somebody that's going to come in and set your house on fire? And she's like, I want the latter one. And she's like,
Well,
okay,
yeah.
all right, cool.
Yeah. So,
but like that just really made me think.
I think that's what kind of started this whole topic idea for this. As for you as well, that kind of started that.
Yeah, exactly. Gives me a hard time. Okay, I still can't see comments over here. There we go.
You have to manually.
How can I attract my soulmate? That's another.
That's another one.
And I think so. That's a really, really common one. Let me throw another one at you guys. Does she or he feel the same way that I do? Now, they
might feel the same. Yeah, like.
But how do you empower yourself? Because two things actually are an issue with this one. One, it can be a third-party reading, which a lot of us won't do. We won't read about how other people feel because you know what I mean.
But that's a technicality. Some readers will read that question, and some readers won't.
But it's still a technicality I want to bring up because how I would typically approach this.
I have to get my water, and I have to not
Don't knock over any of the device. You're like
I'm trying not to kill the dog. I'd rather prioritize that.
I don't want to kill the dog, and I'm like, don't knock over the computers. So for me, if somebody asks me that particularly client, what I actually do is I approach the question from the direction of sort of what is the energy around your connection with this person? In other words, like, is this even like, I want to look at how this person's affecting or impacting you in your life. I don't want to necessarily look at, because whether or not they have feelings for you is irrelevant if they're not good for you.
If they're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like me.
But you're my asshole.
No,
so
that's
okay.
true. So, yeah, so a better...
Hopefully swearing is okay in the Hermits Cave. Sorry.
So a better question is... A better question might kind of be a two-part question. It's like...
Ooh, Heather has a good one too. What can I work on to be ready for a relationship? That was a comment over in the Hermits Cave.
I'll tell you right now, anybody who's... Okay, I get it. People are going to say, when am I going to find a nice guy? When am I going to start dating again? When am I this? When am I that? Mm-hmm. And they don't stop to think about how can I attract a guy who's going to treat me well?
Yeah.
That's a question. I mean,
or where do I look for the person that I'm meant to spend my life with?
How do I approach whatever?
To me, I empower by focusing on how I want to feel. I've talked about this somewhere else recently.
That question, does he feel the same way about you? If he's an abusive sack of crap, then you don't really want to know.
Exactly. That's so true.
So you want to ask. You want to ask. Is he a decent guy? And is it worth finding out if he has feelings for me too?
That's still kind of a yes or no. I would actually take that jump off of it and go, what do I need to know about my connection with this person? What do I need to know? Is this something I should be pursuing? Kind of thing. You want to keep it open-ended.
Does this person return? Is this person healthy for me?
That's a good one. But that's again yes or no.
Well,
I want to keep it open-ended.
But now, if the question you can, I'm going to argue that it's not a yes or no question because if you say, is this person healthy for you, and the cards say, oh, the Tower, yeah, he's going to come burn your house down.
But that's one card. And a lot of times we're reading multiple positions.
No, I know that. But some questions sound like a yes or no, and they don't. Not. As long as you're open for receiving information, then they can sound like. So, is this person? What do I? If I pursue a relationship with this person, what do I need to know for that relationship to be healthy?
I like what's and how's more than I like is or isn't.
You were reading and you missed. If I pursue a relationship with this person, what do I need to know for that relationship to be healthy?
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. I missed it. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of distractions.
There's tons of distractions, guys, so that's fine.
Also, Gadget Girl said, I've been with my soulmate for over 31 years, still happy. That's over in support of tarot. That's awesome. You just bumped into each other. Yeah, Peggy and I met each other playing a video game.
Well, we were just friends for over a year before we even...
we were flirty friends. But we were just friends.
We were flirty friends, but we were just friends with no expectations of anything more than friendship for over a year before we even really...
That's true.
...found ourselves in a position
we
to
never thought we were going to meet.
And that is something else. One of the biggest things that people do, and this is going to sound like I don't want anybody to feel insulted or called out, because that's not... No, a lot of times...
Disclaimer!
Well, kind of, because people sit down for a reading and they're like... And essentially, on some level, the readings kind of end up, accidentally or otherwise, boiling down to, when am I going to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend?
Yeah.
But
I'm going to interrupt, I'm so sorry.
But I'm trying not to offend people, and I'd like to
finish not offending people.
But a lot of the kinds of questions that we could be asking will help us get our shit together. so that when we do find that person, it's just a natural progression instead of something we have to agonize about. So if you say, what do I need to, I'm interested in socializing more, what should I do about that?
I'm excited.
Is a better question than when am I going to find a boyfriend?
Right. Maria said in the Hermit's Cave, she says, where did it go? Shoot. Oh no, don't lose it. Lots of comments. I love you guys. Oh, here it is. Which mistakes that were made in past relationships should I avoid in my next relationship?
Yes.
That is yes. That is amazing. That is perfect.
Yes.
Because what we want to do is we want to... me, the tarot is about giving us the tools to approach things from the healthiest possible, most self-aware possible place. Yes. And whether we're getting a reading from somebody else or we're reading for ourselves, we want to come at these situations and these questions from the place of how can I make myself...
And how can I be in a better place to have a healthier relationship, job,
for example,
neighbor, whatever, all the other questions that we would ask.
Before Peggy came around, the question I should have been asking the tarot is, how can I find the relationship that doesn't make me feel like a doormat? That would have been a good one.
That would have been a good one.
For me, that would have been what I needed.
So the thing is that a lot of people, and now again, this is personal opinion because I have opinions and I'm a person. So I'm not trying to judge anybody or make anybody feel called out, but. Instead of saying, when am I, and the boyfriend-girlfriend one seems to me to be the most common question asked. I'm not picking on anybody who is trying to.
Yeah.
But instead of saying, when's this going to happen? Okay, when's this going to happen? The cards say, oh, in 2 years. Well, then you've got 2 years in which to ask the other questions. How do I put myself in a position to have a healthy relationship? What do I need
to be working on to get the most out of my next relationship?
It's been 3 months. Let me do when am I going to find a boyfriend? The ETA should be 15 months now. So
let's do a sidestep to a new question though, because I want to make sure we get a chance to go through a few. Let's jump over to money for a second. Are you playing with the stubble on my legs? Peggy's like, your legs are stubbly.
But the questions that people tend to ask focus around. When will this end result? When, where, and how will this end result thing come to me? Instead of what do I need to do to be? What do I need to do to be in a good place? It's like, okay, you ask, am I going to get a financial windfall? And the answer comes back, yes, you're going to get a financial windfall.
You need to let me actually move on to new questions.
I know, but I'm talking.
Okay.
But if you ask a question revolving, am I going to get a financial windfall?
But that might be one of my examples.
Oh, I'm going to shut up now. Okay.
This is the point of going to multiple questions. Peggy's trying to steal my thunder, y'all. Can somebody give her an umbrella?
I'm very good at that.
She is. I'm good at it too, though.
Okay.
I like to complain about it, but I do it probably more. Stop playing with my leg stubble. This is the internet, guys.
Nobody can see that I'm playing with you. Well, actually, it looks much dirtier than it is.
It does actually. Stop. Okay.
Now I want to play with her leg stuff.
Okay, stop. Okay, here's a good one. I've been offered a new job. Should I accept it? Let's empower this question.
That's really bad.
but it's actually a common question.
Empowering
And I want your guys' feedback too.
I've been offered a new job. What do I need to know before making the decision on whether or not to take it?
Say that again.
I've been offered a new job. What do I need to know before I make a decision on whether or not to take it?
That is perfect. I love that. What do you guys think? Do you guys have feedback on this one? I'm going to make sure my comments are scrolling over it. Supportive Tarot also. Definitely hang out in whatever place you can to make sense. I just knew not everybody was in every group.
Now that YouTube has decided to screw all of us over, we have no expectations, and we're just trying. We're working our way through it in the best possible humor. But yeah, like,
are we still good? Okay, good. We're still working. Okay, a couple comments came through. So somebody else said, "What can I do to attract more financial abundance into my life?"
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
That's a really good question.
And sometimes, here's the other thing about a new job offer, is that sometimes we accept job offers for multiple reasons. Sometimes we accept for more money, but sometimes we accept for quality of life, for a shorter commute.
And those are the kinds of questions. Is my shorter commute, does the job have enough benefits to make taking on a longer commute worthwhile?
Or even asking the question, what factors are the most important for me to focus on right now when it comes to my work environment? Because it might be that you're going to do a reading and the cards are going to say, hey, financially you're fine, why are you focusing on, because cards call me out all the time, I don't know about you guys.
But yeah, everybody
but like the cards might say something, like might communicate ideas to you, like focus less on money, focus more on balance, work-life balance. Or, so if you leave it more open-ended and you empower yourself with like, what do I need to know, suddenly you have all of these different messages you're open to receiving from the cards, and you haven't boxed yourself in.
Yeah, and
you hear the sound of an ocean wave? Jeff hears the sound. We do have our windows open, and there's our balcony doors.
We have
and there's
some wind and stuff blowing
and some
through.
birdies
Yeah,
over here.
yeah. We have our balcony door.
I should
open,
go get my ocean drum. No, I shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't. Not today. Okay,
I really like my ocean drum.
Okay. We actually killed the first 30 minutes just dicking around. So
we're not dicking. We're actually talking about the topic.
We are.
Okay.
We are.
This is why I'm very careful not to overplan lives.
And you're being mean to me and stuff.
Because I have this.
I said you're being mean to me, and what did she do?
I proved the point. I think I bring Peggy on just to pick on her, but then again, you do the same right back. So.
Yeah. So you're just kind of a Well, you're a masochist. We know that.
Thanks for sharing. Moving on.
Okay.
Okay, question. Sorry. Okay, so here's a family-related one. Stop laughing. I won't. I can't lose it. Okay. Here. How about this? I'm worried about my son's teacher. He says she bullies him. I'm not even sure there's a question there. So
that's kind of a give feedback. I think.
But what is the actual? And this is something else to think about when you're forming your question. And by the way, you guys, stay tuned for the end because I do have a 3-card spread to help you define a question. How meta is that? We love it, right? A spread to determine the question. You see what I did there?
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Sorry. So bullied child. What are we gonna do?
You basically say what. Like I mean, it depends. Different people approach the cards differently. So one way could be to say, I need some insight on my son's relationship with his teacher.
Yes, that's perfect.
It could
so
just
it's
be
open-ended and it's empowering.
It could. Like
we had a situation with this with one of our kids when he was in school where we had a teacher that we were doubting their motives and their ability. I don't know if you remember this teacher. There was like harsh grading and stuff. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, but I basically
No, you took care of it, dear.
I took care of business and he got an A.
Peggy took care of it. It's fine. But we all know Peggy took care of business. But in all seriousness, sometimes you're in a situation where you need to know what's actually going on here. Like what's happening below the surface.
What's happening? Is there things that I need to know before I?
Yeah.
Because
And Becky asked a question. I just want to say. She says, this is in the Hermits Cave. Is this to avoid yes or no questions? I tried one and once got the wrong answer. Yes, I find yes or no questions are really tough with the tarot. You can do it, but oftentimes you could get so much more, which I think is the point. Tarot does great with yes or no. But
you could get
you might want
so much more because there's certain questions that people ask that do have a yes or no answer, and the cards can give you that yes or no answer, but the information that you really need for it to be an answer that's going to do you some good and bring healthy things into your life is not the answer that you've gotten.
That's right. And Anna says,
am I going to get the job? Sure, but you're going to get fired in 6 months because it's a toxic shithole. You probably should have asked, is this a job worth taking?
We're on the teacher example. Don't distract. Anna says, and this is great, how to approach the teacher and how to approach the child. So you could actually do 2 different readings. One on how you should handle the situation with the teacher, and the other on how you should handle the situation with the child. I think that's great. Or you could put it into a 2-part reading. I actually had a situation like that because there was one kid. There was one kid that I forget who's one of the boys. One kid that one of the boys went to school with was always really upset by the teachers because, of course, teachers are forever room with 30 kids raising their voice, doing this, doing that. They're not yelling at anybody. The kid's going, "Oh, the teacher's mad," and he yells all the time. And it's like, once the kid, and now this was a funny byproduct because the kid got to know me a little bit, and it's like, oh, some adults are just loud. Oh, okay. And then they're good.
And suddenly they loved their teachers. They were fine. Because they were young, so their household was generally quiet. And then they're going into a school environment and just not used to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Just not used to it. And because they got a chance to talk to a loud grown-up like me who's going, no, some of us grown-ups are just loud and we're not trying to scare anybody. We just don't realize how scary we can be sometimes. Oh, okay. And he was fine.
Pendulums, somebody mentioned pendulums in the Hermits Cave, are awesome for yes-no questions. Yes, no, maybe. Pendulums are amazing for that.
There's nothing wrong with getting your yes-no answer, but follow it up with finding out what you do and don't need to know about. You might get the answer that says, yes, this is great, but you didn't get the answer that the yes is good. The thing that you want is going to happen, but the circumstances around it are going to be so toxic that you're going to regret it. Like,
let's jump back to love questions because I want to make sure we get a lot of examples for you guys because there's a lot of common questions. Okay. And this one I actually have some opinions about, so I'm going to give my feedback and then I'll let Peggy talk.
I'll wait.
So this is a good.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat you on camera.
I'm just keeping myself out, having a little nap while I wait.
But if you actually do that, I would like get a Sharpie. There's gotta be a Sharpie. You'd have a mustache so damn fast.
No more market. You're telling me.
Okay, sorry.
Stay on track. Stay on track.
I can do
it.
it.
Go. No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Okay, so here's the question. Is she cheating on me?
That's a bad one.
But wait. Here's my rewording. Let me know what you guys think, and I know Peggy's going to have feelings too, but here's the empowering version of that. I feel mistrustful of my partner. What should I be focusing on? Because if you're asking yourself that question, then there's a trust issue. Because, and yeah, the answer doesn't matter because there's a trust issue, and that's the thing that needs to get dealt with first. Like,
yeah, like, are they cheating? The answer comes back no, but you're still gonna, if you already don't trust this person, because, oh, well, the cards say no, not yet. And then
exactly. It's literally a wasted effort at that point, because even if they say that they're not cheating, do you believe the reading at this point?
Basically you want to go, why don't I trust my partner?
That's right.
What's going on with
what
that?
do I need to be focusing on?
What do I need to be aware of?
Oh, wrong mouse. So many mice. There we go. Heidi, we always have a choice. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's a fairly basic one. That one's...
But it's basic, and yet it's actually surprisingly common, right? Who just spit their drink out? I want to know what got said. Oh, I can't scroll up. My phone's not letting me scroll backwards. That's really annoying.
Aww.
Maybe it will now. Let's see. Nope.
Don't play with the things. Just keep going on track.
We can do. Oh yeah, another question.
Back on track. She's upset because she can't follow the chat, and we've got like 2 different chats going.
So many chats. Which, by the way, I love you guys for staying with us
thanks for
through
your
all of
patience,
this.
guys. You
With
guys have,
YouTube being crashy.
This is what I really. This is one of the things that I really like. Is that it's so utterly cool that everybody's been so great about this.
So supportive and awesome.
I mean, yeah.
And like, you guys obviously know that it's not us breaking the YouTube for real.
This could have completely... If you guys hadn't been willing to tolerate the YouTube drama and let us muddle through, then this could have just completely fallen apart by now. And we're all just wandering off going, okay, we're get on with the days. It's fine now.
I know, and I was like, this was my day. This was my past for my day.
I don't know what we're going to do, but I think everybody who's being affected by this is making a separate video later that can be linked into the chain. I think
people are definitely planning to do videos on YouTube. I'll be doing a video on this topic to go up on YouTube as well. So here's another question for us.
Won't be as much fun as this one, though.
No, probably not. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna pick a good one. My best friend and I have had an argument. We haven't spoken in weeks, and I miss her. How can I fix this?
Ooh, that's a really bad one.
Okay, but why?
Okay. Because... Now this, well, you know what, it depends on the person, it depends on a whole lot of things. But sometimes being the one to fix it actually makes it worse.
Yeah. Because
first you have to recognize how instead of saying, how do I fix this, because that could be coming across as manipulative and controlling, how can this be fixed? What needs to happen? It's okay. Yes. It's okay to be the one. It's okay to be the first one to reach out.
But I like this idea that it's not necessarily you're automatically accepting that it's your job to fix it. When any relationship is a two-person thing,
and the cards will always tell you how you can fix it, whether or not it's in your best interest.
So maybe the question
is, how can this be fixed? How can I start the conversation?
It might even be what are my next steps? Because the cards might say, fuck that bitch, you don't need her in your life.
You never know, right?
Right? Like, what if that friendship fell apart for good reason?
Well, yeah,
Sorry, that was a little harsh.
If you are determined to work on and salvage the friendship, you need to be aware of that. Okay, I want to work on the friendship, but
and Sue says, why do I think that I need to fix this?
Yes,
that is so good. That is so good. Sorry, I'm like, which camera do I look at?
Okay, and you cannot approach life with you're not doing what I want. Fuck you. That's my job. But anyway,
that's a what would Peggy do moment.
No, actually, it's not. It's
you're right.
But I would not say, how can I fix this? It's like, because basically what you're saying is, how can I fall on my sword to make you feel better so that you will condescend to be my friend again?
Yeah.
And sometimes, if that person is really a friend of yours, sometimes it's like, wow, this really shitty thing happened, how are we going to fix it?
That's right.
So that's the kind of question, how do I begin this conversation with my friend so that we can fix it?
Yeah, that's a very
Because the cards will tell you, you will get a different answer.
Yeah, that's very true.
You will get a different answer. Because
Julie, everybody's all fuck that bitch in chat now. I started a thing. Oh, because I said fuck that bitch. Maybe you don't need her. I don't know about you guys, but my tarot cards legit will give me readings like, they call me out. But I'm also drawn to, I also read, that's my reading style to a certain degree. In a way, when I read for clients, I'm very marshmallowy and I'm very supportive and nurturing. When I'm reading for myself, I'm like, get your shit together.
Well,
but I think that's because that's what I go to tarot for personally.
but you know what? You've given readings for people where you now. Okay, when you say marshmallowy though, you still tell them the truth.
Oh yeah, I hit it with the truth bombs, but like
you're
I
very
like
kind. Your approach is very kind, but you've always been honest. I've seen some of the comments.
I think that's because
Like,
the most
Lisa,
effective.
that was a great reading. You made me cry.
I do get a lot of that.
You get a lot. Yeah, you make people cry.
I do make people cry. I don't make you cry. Do you even have tear ducts in there? She may not have an eyeball anymore.
Okay, so but the thing is, like, sometimes you only need a yes or no answer, and that's on you. But if you ask a yes or no answer, if you ask a yes or no question and get a yes or no answer, you could end up in situations that you really didn't plan for because you didn't ask the right question.
Let's jump back to another love one, because y'all know we got love questions coming out our
Love is
ears
in
with
the
the
air.
tarot. Well, just because that's one of the most common things that people go to tarot for is relationships,
It is,
love.
yeah. I mean,
that's
that's why I kind of disclaimed and said we're not picking on anybody. It's just one of the most common.
It's so common.
It's so common, and sometimes all you need is a yes or no answer. But if you need more than a yes or no answer, make sure you're asking the right question.
So just to recap, the premise we're kind of approaching this from, or at least I am, Peggy kind of always does her own
I'm
thing,
just like,
she don't follow no rules, is assume you have the power and ability to affect your life and word yourself
you
an
do.
open-ended question with that in mind. That's the basic premise we're playing with here. So here's another one. I've cheated. Will he find out? And should I tell him?
Oh my God! Pack your fucking bags right there.
Good to know where Peggy stands.
No, it's
no
not.
slip-ups for me.
But you're not. Okay, but the
no,
thing
I'm
is,
serious.
I've cheated.
Are you saying you cheated? I'm just kidding. It's just the way you said it.
No, I'm too lazy to cheat. You know
It's
that.
true. I'd have to set her up with somebody.
Because that question right there is a really how do I avoid getting caught and how do I avoid taking responsibility kind of question. That right. The question itself is going to screw you over sooner or later.
Sorry, I'm just checking on comments.
Okay.
You're good. Sorry.
So, before you even that's a really hard one, and yes, I can get a little judgy when it comes to the
what about
topic.
why did I cheat?
Why did I cheat? What do
I
I
need to know about my relationship?
What do I need to? Not
or
my
about
relationship. It's not always your.
Yeah. What do I need to?
What
know about
do I
me?
need to know about? What do I need to fix about myself and my way of approaching this relationship so that I don't do this again?
Yeah.
I mean, because honestly, whether or not you're going to get caught and whether or not you tell the person doesn't change what your motivations were.
Curse-a-thon. Sorry.
The what?
There was a comment from Christoph in the Hermits Cave. The amusing curse-a-thon.
Yeah. Fuckity fuck.
Oh, Holly, I've cheated.
Oh, she missed that.
I know I did. Hold on. Holly, I've cheated. How do I bury this dark secret and let it not eat me alive for the rest of my life? Right? Like, if you make a mistake, then the issue is...
Mistake, yeah. I mean,
it's like, if you regret that you did it, because not everybody will, if you regret that you did it, the question is, how do I learn from this? How do I grow from this? And what are my next steps? You know what I mean? And if you don't regret it, I don't know what to tell you.
well, this is...
I don't know.
But you know what?
What's the advice there?
Okay, but like, cheating itself is a very hot button topic to begin with because everybody tends to have really strong feelings about it.
And also there's different definitions.
If you've cheated, then you need to ask yourself why. The question to ask cards is why did I do that?
Yay! It looks like Jennifer Ball's going to be able to go up on YouTube.
Oh, nice!
Yay!
Good.
And she's after this, so that's awesome.
Good. So, but the self exploration of why did I do that? For some people, the answer comes back as monogamy just isn't for me, and I need to sort my shit out.
Oh my God, Eleanor, me shuffling cards, roast me. That's the supporter tarot group. Literally, this is my line.
Don't say that.
But
So basically, I've done something wrong. Like cheating is just the most extreme example of I've done something wrong. So basically, what do I need to learn from this so that I don't do something, so that I don't hurt the people in my life like this again?
Yep.
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you do or don't feel about being the one to have cheated. It's like, okay, if you cheated because you're that unhappy in your relationship, then you need to ask yourself about your relationship. About what do I need? Do I need to leave? Should this be?
I had an idea.
Don't do it. Just keep going.
No, I had a good idea.
Keep going. No, it's too late.
No, it's not.
You're getting up, aren't you?
No.
What are you doing?
Okay, I had a good idea. So we're gonna do an exercise. We'll
Does
anybody have? No, that's not why. But just
Okay.
because. Does anybody have? I'm asking a group of tarot nerds. A deck near you that you can play with? Like, raise your hands or click like or heart or something and let me know.
These people fart out cards. There's a deck, okay? Grab your deck. Reach 2 inches to the... Oh, you are just ready to smack me, aren't you?
No, you're really funny.
And you don't want to admit it.
Also, I now have a mental image of somebody farting out cards because I think in pictures, and Peggy knows this, and she forgets it all the time.
Like a broken ATM, just cards flying. And she goes,
stop! You don't want to break me on the internet again.
That hurt.
Why though? Okay, everybody grab your decks. Make sure that CC doesn't screw that up. Stop. Okay, look. Oh my god, I just look like I put your hand on my crotch. Okay, moving on.
I didn't mind.
Here's the 3-card reading. We're going to do this.
Because we have to kind of stop and do that.
We're going to do this as a group. Okay, so here's the...
Find a better example for a question, though, because we're stopping on the cheating one.
We're going to move on to a new question.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the 3-card reading. You may want to jot this down. So if you need help finding out the right question, first step, think of a situation. We're getting so many laugh emojis because we're ridiculous right now. So first
I'm funny. You're just reacting.
Okay, look.
What?
Think of a situation.
Can I put my hand back in your car?
No, stop! Oh my god, I'm sorry, Simon. I can't. All bets are off when I bring Peggy out with me. Okay, we're going to do this. The 3 spread positions are, number 1, uncover. What subconscious feelings about this person or situation have I been ignoring or not hearing? So that's your first question to uncover the right question to ask, okay?
Okay, so that's the first
That's the first position, yeah?
Okay.
Position number 2 is tune in. What do I already know? 9 times out of 10, when you're pulling a reading, you kind of know some things you're ignoring already.
Yep.
Okay, so those 2 are kind of the same thing, but slightly different. Number 3 is distill. What aspect of this issue should I be focusing on? Now, if you have a situation and you pull this 3-card spread about that situation, you will get yourself down to really what your question should be about. So
yeah, because that's the first thing is your first question is, what should my question be?
All that talk about everybody having a deck and I've got one nowhere within reach.
Let's see.
It's not in my butt. Will you go fetch me some cards, Butch?
Fetch? I made you say butt though.
You did. Don't knock over the things.
I'm not knocking over the things.
So I'm gonna give us a sample question. I'm gonna give us a sample question. I didn't see it like any comments.
Bazillion decks do you want?
We got some time for this. We can do it. We can do it. Okay, so I don't care. Those are your decks.
That's
Give
not
me one of my decks.
I don't know where any.
They're in the bed. Peggy's a bad fetcher, guys. Okay. I'm gonna be in so much trouble by telling her to fetch. Okay. Okay. Here's our sample question. Here's our sample question. Let me find a really good one. Can we even do this if we're all doing? I want. Maybe I'll have Peggy think of a good question. Butch, please. Yes, Kelly. Thank you.
Hello, what?
Oh, Kelly said, Butch, please. Oh, you brought me my Robinwood Tarot. Thank you. Okay, so knowing this crowd, oh, what's possible? Uh-oh, something bad. Okay, that's a good spread. Thank you. I made it up. I make things up. I like making things up. Okay, so we need a sample question that we can all do this on. So help. I need your brain. We need something like a situation that we can most of us relate to. Good luck. I didn't warn her I was going to do this either.
I don't know.
Anybody in comments have a good, like, generic thing we can do this? They're hanging from the Peggy bags in her room. Duh. See, Becky knows where my stuff is. Thanks, Becky.
But she's got oracle decks too, and it's like
well, you have to know which racks are oracle and which racks are tarot. But you honestly did a good job.
They need labels, is what they need. Okay, will I get the promotion?
Okay, so will I get the promotion? Let's all pretend
that will I get a promotion or be offered a promotion? Because not everybody wants a promotion, but sometimes that shit.
So let's all pretend we have a job.
Let's all pretend we have a job.
Yeah, because we may not all have a job.
Oh, right, I don't.
Let's all pretend we have a job and that we're up for a promotion, and we're gonna try to use this 3-card spread. I'll show you what cards I got and give you my thoughts, but this might be fun just to look at and see how it would come up. And yeah, another good one, Jackie, would be how about happiness in relationships generically? Yeah. That'd be a good one. I'm not going to do that in front of Peggy because if the cards say that, like, I got to leave her ass, I don't want her to know.
Here's a good one. Will my relationship get better?
That's a good one. Okay, I'll do that one. So pick.
I mean, we all think, you know, like we all
don't have to do the same thing. I just realized.
Yeah.
Pick one that you want to do, and let's pull the 3 cards and I'll share.
Yeah. If you have a question that's been on your mind lately.
Should I do that about our relationship? Yeah, let's do that on the internet. Why not?
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
This will be
The
fun.
Tower, the Death card.
Don't manifest.
Ten of Swords.
Stop it.
3 times. There's 3 towers in this deck. We're about to
Oh my god, you're the worst.
I know.
Okay. I'm pretending to have a job. Perfect, Al. Okay, happiness relationship. I'm my own boss, so if I want a promotion, I guess I could give it to myself. You pick any subject you want. I'm going to do the 3 cards. So the first one is uncover. So the first position we're going to pull is what is something in my subconscious that I haven't been hearing or paying attention to. And here we go. So my card I pulled is the Page of Pentacles. So I'll show it over here.
So what question did you decide on?
And I'll show it over here. The relationship one.
Okay.
So the Page of Pentacles to me, I love this one. This is the studious
the
one,
first
the
card,
one who wants to learn.
Okay, no, the first card is, what are we doing with this card?
This is the uncover position. So this is the stuff that has been lurking in our subconscious that we need to bring to the surface, that we haven't been hearing. Now the Page of Pentacles to me, especially in this deck, he's got a little book on his on his belt. And the Page of Pentacles to me is somebody who's always trying to learn, grow, and evolve.
Okay.
So to me, this is like, okay, subconsciously, this is the affirmation that, okay, the thing that's lurking in my subconscious is that relationships are an opportunity for growth and for learning. And that's something I need to remember if I'm thinking about, is my relationship going to improve?
Okay, so, yeah, so what do we need to focus on to continue to grow and improve
So
the
that's
relationship?
the first question. That's something we can think about.
Okay.
So the second position is, frick, I already forgot.
She forgot.
It's because I'm a squirrel. Oh, here we go.
But you
tune
wrote
in.
this.
What do I already know?
Tune in. Oh, what do you already know?
What do I already know? And I got the King of Wands. Lots of passion. So we already know that passion is there.
Ooh.
We have a lot of passion. Like, have you heard us talk to each other?
Oh, we scream passionately all the time.
You gotta hear us argue. We got some passion. Okay, so passion's not an issue. So that's not something I need to focus my question on. Right? Fair enough. So I've gotten information to help me boil it down.
Okay,
So far,
so
learning is on the table, but passion isn't something I need to be too concerned about.
Right, because
Third
you already
card.
know how you feel about that. If you're not, but now, if you felt like there was some lacking of passion in a relationship,
Yeah, you
then
might
it would
read
be
this totally different. You
Because-
might be,
because-
well, I already know passion is super lacking, so that's
you
something
already,
I should
well,
bring
you
into the
already, yeah,
equation.
we know that that's not a problem, and other people might be where we already know it is a problem.
Exactly.
So
it's
this
all
is
perspective.
what you are. Yeah. So there's your personal perspective.
That's
like,
right.
Okay,
It's kind of like journaling your thoughts out, right? And then the third one is distill. What aspect of this issue should I be focusing on? And we have the Queen of Swords. Again, I'm sorry, it's not focusing super awesome. But the Queen of Swords, to me, is somebody who kind of cuts through the crap and looks at the bare bones of a situation more logically. So to me, this tells me it's not about so much emotion, but it's about logic and about learning. So
and about not sugarcoating things.
Not sugarcoating. So to me, when you have both of these cards, the learning card and the not sugarcoating card, we could look at this as, okay,
that makes sense, because as if anybody's seen Self-Worth Saturdays, they already know that that's a big part of what we...
It's a huge part of our relationship. We're constantly parsing things out, learning, growing, and discussing.
We're fun that way.
So in a question around, if my initial thought was, will my relationship get better, I would now reword the question to go, what aspects should I be focusing on growing and doing better at in order to continue to improve this relationship? There's my question.
That's good. Yeah.
So do you see how this 3-card operation helps you to distill things down and get to the heart of what you really need to be focusing on in that moment?
Right.
Yeah. So I'd be curious how this worked for you guys if you tried this along with us. I'm the job one. Well, I did the job one, and basically I need to get another job. Okay, good, Yvette. And then over here, let's see.
But the thing is that the 3 cards is to help you sort out what kind of question to ask. So maybe the question to ask, depending on what your answer was, might be, what kind of field could my current job evolve into that's going to make me happy?
Yeah, so anybody who did it in the chat, the third position is distill, and it's, what area, I want to look at my wording exactly. What aspect of the issue should I be focusing on? So to me, that was the mental aspect, because I pulled the Queen of Swords about a relationship card. So it's like I need to focus on the mental aspect and learning and growing. So that's how I formed my question. What thing do I need to be working on?
Because the thing that you already know, is something that you already know is not a problem that
exactly.
we need to
So
sort
I can go, okay, this isn't something I need to focus on. I'm going to focus on these 2 things.
Yeah.
So that's how I did it. But it's going to be different every time with each set of cards, because you're the one the most familiar with your situation. So this is great when you're reading for yourself. Obviously, if you're getting a reading from a reader, you want to do this work beforehand and then have a good formulated question to bring your reader.
Yeah, because you're not gonna. Because like I said, you can ask.
How's our time?
You can ask, am I going to get into a relationship? And the answer comes back yes, but a properly curated question would have said, you're going to get you. There is a person that you're going to be attracted to, but they're really bad for you.
Yeah, exactly. So it depends on the question, but those 3 positions, and I will put them in somewhere. I'll put it in the comment after these videos are up. I'll put the 3-card reading up.
You may have to do it as a separate, because I don't think you can add.
You can add comments after the Facebook video's over.
Yeah, but it puts it together in such a long chain, nobody's going to find it. So
we'll sort it out. I'll make a separate post for Sure and Supportive Tarot with the 3-card spread. So Heather says, uncover Wheel of Fortune, tune in, 10 of Wands, Distill, 9 of Swords. Not sure what that tells me about my imaginary relationship. Well, uncover Wheel of Fortune. There's some things you can't control. So that could be something that could be bubbling up. 10 of Wands is the tune in. So that 10 of Wands is about responsibility. To me, when I picture the person carrying a big burden of sticks and all the stuff they're carrying with them, that could be referring to baggage. It could also be referring to loaded expectations, how many expectations you have of a potential partner or a partner. And when we're talking about the 9 of Swords as Distill, what aspect you should be focusing on, I would say fear and anxiety about either the relationship falling apart or anxiety about not having a relationship.
Yeah,
both of those are.
So your question wouldn't be how do I find a relationship? Your question is going to be how do I get these fears and anxieties into better control in my life?
Yeah.
So that when so that I can recognize a good relationship opportunity when it comes my way.
Yes, and I will put the spread up in the Supportive Tarot Facebook group as a separate post so it's easy to find. And once Tarothon is completely over, I will do a pre-recorded video hitting the highlights of this discussion, what we talked about, talking about the 3-card spread, and giving an example kind of like this. It won't be a live chat. It'll just be like a...
It won't be as much fun because I won't be in it.
No, it won't be as much fun, but we love you anyways. It's okay. We are actually
I just did the pathetic pout and you didn't even notice. You did not give me my proper amount of... and you did nothing. Aww. You did nothing.
I hugged you and I patted your widow head.
It was more like a headlock, actually.
Did it shut you up? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Okay, we're like 5 minutes out.
Okay, we have 5 minutes. Any questions?
You, Kelly. So yeah, any questions on asking the right question, or if you have comments or questions on stuff you want to make sure that I cover in the wrap-up video that I'll put up on YouTube later, definitely let me know. I tried to take notes, but I'm also trying to follow along with cards. I know it's very fast-paced, so I'm sorry about that.
Well, this video stays up, right?
This video will stay up in the Hermit's Cave and in Supportive Tarot, so you'll be able to see it. And
I think, well, I don't know. We'll
just so you guys know,
he might take those down once the other ones are
That's true. I want to take questions if anybody has them. And Jennifer Ball is going to be live on either YouTube, hoping it works, or I'm assuming here if it doesn't.
Here being Hermit's Cave.
Sorry, Hermit's Cave. Sorry, I forgot.
Unless she has a command center and several pages that she can access.
I'm the nerd who set up 3 devices. You
are the nerd.
Thank you all so much. I'm looking for questions just in case. Thanks, Connor. And I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Hi, Jessica King. You're welcome. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And thank you so much to Simon. This hour went by so fast, and it was really fun to do this way.
Yeah, and screw you, YouTube. We figured it out.
What did you say on the post? You said YouTube goes down, and Lisa's like, hold my tea.
Hold my fancy tea. It's on the Supportive Tarot page. We just chatted about it and realized we had enough devices and enough bandwidth to just make
This
sure
was actually Peggy's idea. I would have never
I'm
thought
so
about
smart.
this. I would have never thought of it.
SMRT smart.
Thank you all so much. Remember that Jennifer was live before me, my sister Jennifer of Jen's Balanced Tarot, so make sure that if you missed it, you go back into the Hermit's Cave and watch her video. She had some fantastic tips about people who are new on their tarot journey, great book recommendations and all that kind of stuff. And make sure you check out Jennifer Ball either on YouTube or here in the Facebook group on Hermit's Cave. And to everybody who joined us either in Supportive Tarot or on the Hermit's Cave, thank you so much. And we will talk to you all again really soon. And now I got to figure out how to close 2 live chats. Woo!
Oh, just 2. Yeah.
Okay, bye guys.
As soon as you do that, YouTube's going to go.
Yeah. Bye guys. How do I finish? Oh, there we go. Finish. Oh my god, it's stuck.
Oh my god, it won't let you go away.
We're stuck forever.
Oh, this one's going too, I think.